undisputed king of the EV space in India currently is the Nexon EV. But now, it gets a much deserved update. One that we anticipated after we drove the petrol and diesel versions. So let's get to it. The new Nexon EV. The first thing I did was note the battery percentage, kilometers reading and the expected range. Why? Well, clearly I wanted to see how it would fare at the end of my drive. So stick on for the result. But before I get to the driving aspect of it, I want to talk in brief about the design because there are a few changes that are EV specific. While the overall design, including the LED DRLs, headlamps, tail lamps are all carried forward from the ICE cousin, it's the lower portion of the grille where you notice the difference. A unique slatted design and functional air vents give the Nexon EV its distinctive look from the front. But the most distinctive characteristic on the EV is the full-length LED band running across the nose. That's a direct lift from the curve concept. It even has a functional value as it shows the charging status. Overall size and look draws a lot of attention, as none of the other EVs in the market can match up to the Nexon EV's sex appeal. And there are changes on the inside as well. But that is dependent on personas. And we had the empowered persona, which has all the bells and whistles. Now, while the cabin might look similar to the petrol and the diesel cousins of the Nexon EV, there is a big change because it is the only car to get this massive 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment system. And it's very intuitive, extremely usable, and yes, there is gaming in it. You can watch whatever you want. Well, here are a few glimpses of what you can do with it. The rear seat space and comfort is the same as the ICE version, but the party piece, of course, are the features on offer. While the creative persona gets an 8-inch unit and the fearless a 10-inch, the empowered is the one with all the latest tech. You can watch videos like I did, and you can even install apps and then stream all your favorite movies. The good part about this is it won't work when Apple CarPlay, Android Auto are functional in the car. The streaming works only when the car is stationary. So, at a parking space or even when you are waiting for your car to get charged. No driver distraction. Damn cool. Then there's the V2L tech on offer. Only on the top end variant though. A tech that's on offer right now only on the EV6 and the Ioniq 5. The car is basically a big portable generator and can charge any device or, in this case, a cafe. Tata has also provided the option of charging another vehicle via the Nexon EV. Great move and some assurance to people with range anxiety. I also want to talk about this 10-inch instrument cluster. It's colorful, extremely crisp, and you get navigation on it too. Sadly, the Google Maps on my Apple CarPlay could not be projected here. But it'll happen before the launch, I'm assured. And there's also a 360-degree camera, which gives you a clear view of everything around you. The Z Connect app also allows you to get all the latest updates about the car. It's very simple to use and you get all the information at your fingertips. Now, on to how it drives. So there are two battery capacities on offer, 30 kilowatt hour and 40 kilowatt hour. Now I'm driving the 40 kilowatt hour one, which basically means it gets more range, more power. Now all those figures are on your screen. But what is different about this is that the acceleration is progressive and not just one kick which you get. And that's also because the torque curve is flatter across the rev band. Now you also see the different way in which this one drives as compared to the previous Nexon, and then all that talk about using efficient components, using components which create less friction, that math just starts to add up because it drives smoothly and it's very, very different from the earlier one. You also get the option of single pedal driving thanks to the regen modes. Battery regeneration also forms a big part of you driving efficiently. There are 3 levels of battery regeneration here, and those can be easily accessed thanks to this flappy paddle box. You can not have the battery regeneration at all, or keep it on level 3 and then use it for one pedal driving. It's easy and less use of the brake as well. Of course, if you have to come to a complete halt, you have to brake, but otherwise it's not really required. In city traffic conditions or even on the highway, this works just well, and that makes you energy conscious. Yes, saving energy is better, more sustainable. Try it. The ride is pretty much the same as on the ICE version. After having driven the petrol and diesel of the Nexon, I told you that the ride quality is great, it takes in all the potholes in its strides, and it's actually easy to maneuver around. But again, with the EV, the steering is the problem. Though it's a talking point, 2-spoke steering wheel looks great, but really, it does not inspire confidence in you to throw it around the corner because it is just so lifeless and it does not weigh up even at higher speeds. A chance missed there for sure. It was not part of the earlier Nexon, I assure you that. There's a lot then that Tata Motors has done to evolve the Nexon EV into a future-ready car. And there's a likelihood that all this tech will come at a price. But wait, now that I'm done driving, let's check the final stats. So the total distance I covered was 161 kilometers and the drop-in charge was 68%. Range though went down by a significant number, 254 kilometers. There was a bit of spirited driving involved and also a mix of city and highway. So yes, this might not be the best way to analyze it. But then again, it will at best have done 250 kilometers, and that's a full 200 kilometer less than the claimed mileage of 465 kilometers. Frankly, I'm not dampened by this because battery tech is evolving and these are still early days. The Nexon outperforms in all aspects when compared to the earlier car, and I am talking about the first car as also the Nexon EV Max. And it's the evolution that puts it ahead of its rivals in all aspects. The new Nexon EV works its charm, and I expect it to be priced from 14 lakh rupees to 20 lakh rupees. For all that you get in the car, it's totally going to be worth it.